My name is Nancy Boucher, and today was a great day in our family. It was our youngest son Arrow's 9th birthday. Um, we had a wonderful time together. We just did regular stuff. We made a good meal. We got him made him his favorite birthday cake, German chocolate, which by the way is I think here in one stain on my shirt. I think I walked into the batter as my husband was mixing it. And then we had a lovely little fun time where we had a contest called Cut. We had flowers and two teams, and we had to make flower arrangements, and there were judges, and it was all a great time. So why do I tell you all this? Because I'm here to speak to you as a grandmother. Now, gosh, I wish everybody out there had a grandmother that they remember. Not everybody's that fortunate. But grandmothers are important, and I feel lucky to be one. And today I want to read you something of a particularly importance to our family, and it's from my grandmother to the youth, because the youth are tomorrow. So it's called A Message from a Grandmother to Youth Worldwide About Suicide. I've sent this writing to my local paper and to the Huffington Post. We'll see if they want it or not. It doesn't really matter. Here we go. A message from my grandmother to youth worldwide about suicide. My words and my appeal are to the youth worldwide because you are the future. May your generation be the blazing star that illuminates the path of the common ground of our humanity and our connectedness worldwide, creating a more compassionate race of human beings. Your legacy to our planet's survival is an enormous responsibility and an enormous possibility. I am a 60s child. We got to rebel and to care. But your generation will need to do more. You must be the workers to shape a good, healthy future. Please take the time to read my words on my point of view on suicide as it relates to serious mental illness. Nothing like segueing into a really serious topic, but it's important. So when I say please take the time to read my words, I mean put down your iBooks, your iPads, turn off your televisions, stop cooking, find a place in a chair, and just listen. Thank you kindly. From a grandma. The relationship between a grandmother and a grandchild is the best two-way street going. Grandmas are old enough to know and to seek what the young have to teach. And the young love their grandmas enough to listen to what they have learned in their lifetimes. Suicide. Common definition of the act of killing yourself because you do not want to continue living. Origin of suicide. Latin sue. My oldest grandson, Obi, who is going to be 12, is taking Latin. He's homeschooled, but he's taken Latin, and so anyway, he'd be interested in this. So Latin sue, genitive of oneself, and English, akin to Old English and Old High German. His, one's own, without Sanskrit, oneself, one's own. Whatever that all means to those who really study the old languages. That's important. Words are important. The origin of words are important. So, here is my point of view on suicide as it relates to serious mental illness. I believe that Robin Williams and many, many other well-loved sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, and friends worldwide have died from end-stage depression equals suicide. Have you ever considered that people who suffer from severe depression do not commit suicide? That they are at the end-stage depression or the end stage of another serious mental illness and they die from it? Through my volunteer work with my local NAMI chapter, I met a wise woman who told me about how years ago, when her aunt died from cancer, there was so much family shame and whispering about her death. Cancer in a family member was seen as a shame and a weakness. Unfortunately, just as many still view mental illness that way today. Nobody is an illness. Her name is Nancy. She is not cancer. She is someone's beloved daughter who is suffering with cancer. Her name is Nancy. She is not heart disease. She is someone's beloved daughter who is suffering from heart disease. Her name is Nancy. She is not depression. She is someone's beloved daughter who is suffering from a serious mental illness, not yet always understood or curable. Nancy did nothing wrong by getting sick with a mental illness. So important to tell your loved ones who get sick with a mental illness, they did nothing wrong. We have lived through our son being very sick at times and very, very sorrowful at times about the impact his illness has had on his life path and on ours. Still, we choose to keep trying together as a family to understand it more and to make it better. So here is my message to the youth worthwhile. Again, the progression or regression that the future will have is in your hearts and in your hands. You can only walk through each of your days on earth one time. Today, I ask you to walk through this one of your days on earth with your heart open, with compassion for all those who suffer with mental illness, and with your hands ready and willing to help in small or large ways to care for those in need without judgment. Lead with your heart always. Smile at strangers. Offer a helping hand every time that you have the opportunity to do so. If you are in the greater Portland, Maine area where I live, and you or someone you know needs help with a mental health emergency, here are some people you can call. 774-HELP, 4397, the Opportunity Alliance. NAMI Maine Crisis Line, 1-800-464-5767, press 1. 911, ask for CIT trained officers and, if available, mental health liaison staff. Ask for no lights and no sirens. Family Hope, information at familyhopemaine.org. Take time to find out who the resources are in your area. Stay involved and work to help keep the human race going. Your legacy is an enormous responsibility and an enormous possibility. May your generation and may you be the blazing star that illuminates the path of the common ground of our humanity and our connectedness worldwide, creating a more compassionate race of human beings. This grandmother is pinning her hope and her faith on you. Sleep well. Peace.